Hi everyone, this is Uberox from server 1211. Today I'm going to go over the important things that you should do when you are starting out playing Ark of War, as well as mistakes that you should avoid making. Because although there aren't any mistakes that are permanent, it can be quite expensive to fix them later on. So the first thing is that Ark of War is an event-based game. So that means that you need to take advantage of the events as they come out. Some events are better than others. For example, the anniversary and Christmas events are usually some of the best. During events, you have super equipment chests, so do not open them unless there are events because they are used to get special gear. On new servers, one of the first event items is the AI0, which is absolutely garbage. If you do pick one up, you can level it to level 20 and then recycle it for bots. Right now we have this Gold Treasure, Gatherer, and Power Rules events. These are usually the in-between events that aren't so good. I usually just pass on that. You know, Gatherer, it's tough because everyone's out there gathering, and even if you do gather, the rewards aren't that great. And for Power Rules, I think it's not, it's not anything to be too excited about. The Gold Treasure, you get some magazines for a good price, so I did buy that, and the melange is also at a good price, so I bought that. But overall, this is one of those in-between events that you should wait for a great event that usually has a event pack. So the event packs are far better than whatever you're going to get in the regular store. For example, even this June special pack isn't that great because it only has 500 magazines, and the event pack can have up to 2,000 magazines, and plus the resources, it's quite low. So I would pass on these packs and just wait for the event packs. Next, we have the Time and Space War. You need to get this to level 300 as soon as possible. It is a boring clicking game, but the rewards are worth it since you'll be able to collect a lot of great rewards. What you're going to want to do is keep Diablos and Apocalypse and then sell the rest. And then once you have 6 level 10 Apocs, then you'll have to get more regular ships like I have here in this setup in order to reach level 300. And once you reach level 300, you will be able to get the best item from the merchant. So go ahead, if you don't know how to use the Time and Space War, it's really simple. You just keep clicking the button and combining ships. And I mean, it isn't the most fun thing to do, but it is important, and I would recommend that you get to level 300 as soon as possible. Now for your Ark hull, your starters, you have the choice of Leviathan, Gun Gear, or Mjolnir. And it's supposed to be split between walkers and infantry and air, but pick the Leviathan because it has cash production, and cash is by far the most scarce resource in the game. And once you've built it, go ahead and save your melange for upgrading the hull, because there will be a melange spending event, and you're going to want to spend your melange then for the rewards. For your faction, it doesn't matter whether you choose infantry, walkers, or air. You're going to want to go Nixaw, and you're going to want to grind those faction quests and get to Exalted as soon as possible. The reason is because Nixaw has Stella, who is not only a great commander, but you'll also need her skill plugin. Yuri, on the other hand, is garbage, and Raymond is okay. As you can see here, I recently reset my faction to Nixaw because I want to get Stella. I used to have Voltar at Exalted, which does let you get the Magiwell pants, I think, but there's other ways to get it, and really Nixaw is by far the best. Go ahead and go for Nixaw. Now on a new server, most players will be using Galileo since he's a decent and a cheap S-commander. But if you really want to dominate other players, go ahead and get an S-Vega, release him for the Warp Gate, and pump him up with leadership and use lots of tier 2. You're going to have to drop some cash to be able to do this, but get his breakdown to level 50 and you will just crush everybody, especially on a new server. And the reason is because His breakdown is, simply put, it's an OP skill. 40% chance to disregard 2% defense buffs. At level 50, it disregards 100% of defense buffs. So basically, your opponent has no defense. His defense equipment is completely nullified. So if you really want to dominate in the beginning of the game and take capitals, win fights for your guild, go for Vega. There are better commanders later on, but earlier on there, I don't believe that you'll be able to get those events to get those commanders. Finally, I'm going to show you the red resources trick, which is if your resource is at the maximum, for example, my gas here is at 70 million, then your collector will be able to collect past its maximum capacity. So if you check, for example, these parts here, if you go to information, the production capacity is 3.7 million. But if you are at red resources, then your storage will be able to go past that. So if you want to collect it, then you can just go ahead and put the resources on the market, collect the resources, and then cancel it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now. So I'll go ahead and go to resources. I'll go to for sale. I'll go to gas. I'll say I want to sell all my gas. Say next. I'll do it for cash at like double. So, no one's going to want to buy this. Press next. Right now, I am not in Senecon. Ideally, you would want to be in Senecon for the lower tax rate, for the 2% tax rate. But whatever, I'm just going to do it. So done. Now you can see my gas is 0, and it was 3.7 million, but I'm going to click it, and I got 18 million again, because I've been saving this gas for a really long time. So that's definitely a good trick to use. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you're into this type of game, I believe Ark of War is the best one out there. Please leave a comment below with your thoughts and let me know if you would like to see more content from me. Thanks.